Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee, and welcome to this paper crafting tutorial. This is the lovely Christmas card we're making. Isn't it cute? It features the Decorative Trees bundle, and you've got this lovely soul Christmas tree here in the centre, and then you've got this lovely little greeting. It's a very simple but I think very effective card. So let me show you how to do it. I'm going to start off with a bit of stamping, so I'm going to bring in my stamping tool. And I'm going to put in a piece of basic white, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10. And we're going to stamp our sentiment first. And this is the stamp set here, Decorative Trees. And we're going to have Season's Greetings. So let's find here it is. And I'm just going to line it up somewhere here down in the corner. Just trying to get it as straight as I can. And let's have a look here. It seems pretty straight to me. So lift that up. And then I'm going to stamp here in Shaded Spruce ink, which I think is a lovely Christmas green. And just press down. Lovely. So take that out of the stamping tool, and then I'm going to clean up as I go along, and I'm just going to use my handy dandy simple chamois, so sorry about the squeaks. There we go. And then I can remove this from my tool, and then I'm going to stamp my Christmas trees. So I just want a scrap piece here of basic white, and I'm going to put down my first tree here, and I'm going to stamp this as well in Shaded Spruce. Give it a good press down. Yeah, just one more ink up, I think. Lovely. So give that a clean as well, so we can remove it from. Sorry about the squeakies. Okay, now we're going to do the little filler bit, which is this one here. So I'm just going to lay this on the inside, wherever, just taking my time to line it up as I want. That will do me. Okay. I'm just going to, yep, that will be fine. Okay, so let's set this aside. And now there are matching dies to cut this out, and I'll show you them now. Here they are. So we're going to cut this out, and then I'm also going to cut out some of these other little pieces, and when I'm finished I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut everything out, and I've got my little tree here, and I've got my scrap paper here. I'm going to take some Shaded Spruce, and I'm just going to clean my brush off, making sure there's nothing on here as much as I can. And then I'm going to take a little bit here, but I'm going to rub off most of it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to the background, just the smallest amount, just like that. So it doesn't look stark white, but you don't have a heavy amount of colour either. Okay, so we're going to do that. Get rid of the blending brush. Now I want to add a little bit of colour to my whatever you call it, not stem, can't think of the name, but you know what I'm talking about, the trunk, that's it. And I'm just going to use this Peck and Pie marker. This is just a Stampin' White marker, and I'm just going to use that there. So there we have our tree. So let's start to assemble our card. Okay, so our card base is real red, so this is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then I've got a piece here of basic white, the same measurement as the outside piece. And if you want to know more of the measurements and the supply list, etc., you find that all listed and linked in the description box below. You can also find the link to the blog post where you can find more information out and all my social media links, so do check that out. So now we're going to put on the front this piece that we stamped the sentiment on. Make sure you put it all the right way up, always a good thing. Then I've got two pieces here, and this is the Take Your Bow Designer Series paper. And I'm going to see which way I want to put them this time. I'm going to have them the same way as last time, I think. So I think it looks good, the red and the green. They are complementary colours. That means red and green are opposite sides of the colour wheel. It's a little bit of colour theory for you. That's why red and green always look good together, because on the opposite sides of the colour wheel, exactly opposite each other, and therefore what they do, what's called complement each other. So they make each other pop. And you've got two more pairs of basic complementary colours, and it's always going to be a primary colour and a secondary colour. So for example, you're going to have yellow and purple and blue and orange, which is why, if you remember in the old days, and I'm going back a bit of time here, if you went to an old-fashioned grocer's shop, you would find that they packed the lemons in purple tissue paper because they found it really made the yellow colour pop, and the reason for that is basic colour theory. So now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my tree. Enough about colour theory. And if it's colour theory is something you're interested in, you want to know more about, then do let me know in the comments, and I can do a video about that and show you some basic colour theory and how to match colours, etc., and how it can help you in choosing your colours for your project. Okay, so try and get this straight. My tree seems a bit wonky at the moment. That will do. Now I've got all these little embellishments here. So I'm going to get my silicone mat out to make this a bit easier. And I think I'm going to do my old trick. I'm just going to put some glue down on my silicone mat like that. And then I'm going to take my piece here. I'm just going to run it through the back. And I'm going to just put this down on my page. Now normally I wouldn't use wet glue with gold cardstock, because if you get it on the front it can look weird, but these pieces are so small that I'd struggle to get double-sided tape onto them. So I'm just seeing where I want this piece to go. I think there will do nicely. And then something like that. And then you've got the last piece here. You could use tweezers to make this easier. I struggle sometimes even with tweezers to keep everything out of the glue. But there we have that. So now I'm going to add on some red bows for decoration, and I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool and just put a bit of glue on them and put them wherever I want. So and this is when the Take Your Pick tool is invaluable, so useful, makes things like this so easy. You can use the other side of it just to There we go. And if you've got some glue still on your page, just wipe it off. I might take your pick tool that's fallen in the bin and let me rescue it before I lose it. Okay, so finishing touches. I have some of these red and white peppermints and I absolutely adore these. As you can see, I've got 2 packets here, and I'm just going to add a few here and there on my project. Just like that. So there you go, they're the 2 cards featuring the Decorative Trees bundle from Stampin' Up. I hope you like that idea. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I said, if you want information on the project, you'll find everything linked in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye folks.